Aloha and welcome. I'm Digital Micro with the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel. Thanks so much for joining today. This is the price action order flow level for Monday, March 27, 23. We're day trading for an ROI payout, no trade recommendations. This is just my trade journal. And what I've got up here is a 24-hour chart. We're going to cover that in detail along with the 60-minute, 15-minute, and a Renko. So let's get to it. 24-hour chart. So here we are deep in the Globex. We're far away still, about 90 minutes from the open as I shoot this 24-hour, and we have a new week open gap right here just above 1750, stacked right on last week's March 20 new week open gap. And day prior, look at this huge move up at the end of the day all the way to the new week open gap of last week. So that was pretty incredible, that performance. So where we've reached for so far with the Europe Globex is the mid of the FOMC bar. That's this big down black candle. So that's our midpoint right now. And we have a sell algo here with the -9 delta. So again, these sometimes can lag. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to plunge today. But what I'm watching for sure is going to be this 1760 area. This is the mid of this candle so far, and we'll see how it goes. Let's look at the smaller time frame, 60-minute next. Okay, this red dotted line on the 60-minute is what I pointed out on the equilibrium point on the daily. And of course, the new week open gap stacked. Monday's Globex have reached basically a relative high equal to March 23rd right here. So what I'm looking for, if we're going to reach for this new week open gap above, which isn't that far away, I'm looking for a retrace and then possibly a bounce. But right now, we've got several bars going up. So I'm going to look at the mid here of that. Again, this 59 area is the zone of these 4 bars that match this 24-hour. So let's go to the 15-minute next. Okay, I like how this chart frames it better. Okay, so this blue line is the equilibrium, and it matches with confluence here. So I'm going to mention 3 things. Equilibrium right here on the 15-minute matches the equilibrium on the daily, of course, because you've got the low and you've got the high, so that should. But look at this volume imbalance gap right here. So that's the second confluence. And third, the New York midnight open comes in. So 1, 2, 3, the daily mid, the volume imbalance, the New York midnight. So this is a pivot that I'm looking at. We're still miles above the new week open gap here. Pivot way down here at 1735. I'm not going to rule anything out, but I'm just saying right now this looks quite bullish, like a trend gap and go. So we'll have to see how it goes for the RTH. Let's go look at the Renko. Here we are with the Asia Globex, and we go above the upper Keltner standard deviation. We come back down, but not to the red, and we keep above the red mid. And we go all the way to the Europe pivot, and we don't touch the upper blue again. Instead, we go to the lower blue finally, and this is about 15, 20 minutes before. We bounce on that, and then it's just a straight shot up on all the way back to the upper blue Keltner where we're at right now. We've touched it. We've had some duration above it. We are not near the mid. The mid's coming in at 59, just under the day one volume weighted average price. But I'm starting to see these little red dots, and that's an algo signal basically that's saying the pace on the sales is starting to accelerate. But of course, that can change at any minute. It's all about the RTH now. Starting the new week, we definitely have some momentum in Globex, but let's see how RTH traders feel about it in that first hour.